Ano po sir, ito na po yung ginawa ko kanina. Yan na yan. Tapos ito na yung iba, yung waluhan, ay apatan. Tapos ito yung waluhan. Yun na po yung kinat ko kanina. Ayan. Yan po. Ito na po yun to. Ito yung papuntang mahabang parang. Mahabang parang. Batangas City, mahabang parang to. Ano po yun, mahabang parang Batangas City. Lagay na natin dito. Tayo yan.
enhancement is the process of using aura to boost the natural abilities of objects or one's body. Enhancers are the types who can ramp up their physical attacks and defenses to superhuman levels, making them perfect for up-close melee battles. Through the water divination test, an enhancer increases the amount of water in the glass, according to Hisoka's personality and test and levels, making them perfect for up-close melee battles. Through the water divination test, an enhancer increases the amount of water in the glass. According to Hisoka's personality analysis, enhancers are usually pretty simple and determined. They lie, are super straightforward, and tend to act on their feelings. They're often focused on their goals and rely on straightforward, no-nonsense nen abilities to get things done. Therefore, the core of most enhancers' abilities is simple, raw power. A lot of them channel their nen into supercharging their physical abilities, letting them hit harder, defend better, or even heal faster. A skilled enhancer can even strengthen their body enough to make themselves tougher than a tank and hit with force equal to a missile. Evolving, for example, makes his body as tough as steel and cranks up his attack power with his own aura to use the Big Bang Impact. But enhancers aren't just about brute strength. They can apply this boosting effect to weapons as well, like in the case of Nobunaga and Gido. It's also the most balanced nen type, in the sense that it lets users focus equally on offense and defense, often without needing fancy techniques. That's why many enhancers rely on straightforward, powerful moves based on basic nen techniques. Still, some enhancers go even further with more complex abilities, such as healing, which Kurapika used against Ugogi, or enhancing someone else's growth, like in the case with Bill's Aragorn. Gon's Jajang Ken Rock is the perfect example of enhancement in its simplest form, where he channels his aura into his fist so he can boost it to pack an insane punch. But in his fight against Nefertito, he does the unthinkable by enhancing his body to the point where he ages years in moments, in order to reach his peak physical form. This gives him immense strength that comes with a heavy price, as he loses all his nen afterwards. This also could be due to the nen restriction and not enhancement in itself. It's also worth mentioning that nen types overlap, or at least they can. Enhancement meshes well with omission and transmutation, but not so much with other nen types, especially specialization, with 0% compatibility. For example, Isaac Netero is one of the strongest enhancers in the series, but his ultimate move, the 100 type Guanyin Bodhisattva, combines omission, manipulation, and maybe even transmutation. Netero likely uses enhancement to boost its speed and hand movements to godlike levels, which even Meruem struggled to keep up with at first. However, in most cases, an ability created using affinities outside of enhancement will always be weaker than the original affinity, and this will be the case with the 6 main categories we'll be discussing. Transmutation is the process of changing one's own aura to copy different properties, like elements, substances, or even animals. Through the water divination test, a transmuter changes the taste of the water. Personality-wise, they're known to be quirky, deceptive, and a bit unpredictable. They might quickly lose interest in things they once loved, and often hide their true nature behind a mask. Even when they don't, they tend to keep their real intentions secret. Transmuters usually come up with nen abilities that reflect their unpredictable nature, and while enhancement focuses on straightforward power, transmutation demands creativity or some intense training to master a versatile and tricky Hatsu. Transmuters can make their aura take on traits of natural elements or man-made things, but they aren't limited to just solid objects. Take Killua, for example, who can change his aura to mimic electricity. With it, he can shock enemies up close or from a distance by channeling his electricity through his yo-yos or shooting out lightning strikes. As a transmuter, Killua in particular has dual affinity towards enhancement, which is something we'll be talking about in a bit. And this is because transmutation is most compatible with enhancement and conjuration. In Godspeed mode, Killua also applies enhancement skills to boost his reaction time and allow him to constantly move at full speed. In the same manner which Killua's aura takes the properties of electricity, Beitan does the same by transmuting his aura into a ball of scorching fire that mimics the properties of a miniature sun. Transmuters can also tweak their aura to give it certain traits, instead of copying a substance exactly. Hisoka's bungee gum is a great example, since, and this isn't widely known by most people, Hisoka's bungee gum has the stretchy and both rubber and gum, but way more ability to set traps, to flip attacks, and create blow-like weapons, making it a nightmare to predict.